Good evening, everybody. Welcome to PatFacts. Patrick here, Pat on your back, personal fitness. Hope everyone is having a great week. Coming at you from a little off-site location this week. Had some schedule changes, so just want to pop out and pop on to catch up and kind of still be here and be consistent. But again, a little bit of a different location this week. So hopefully everyone can hear me okay. If not, just let me know in the comments, and we'll keep it going. And this week, I wanted to talk about kind of building habits. Something I've been trying to be a little better at and improve on are my daily habits, both at home and at work. Keeping kind of systems or creating better systems so I can kind of stay in a flow system. For me, I find when I'm doing work, I need to get into kind of a rhythm, a routine, a flow. People have called it. If I get distracted, it really takes me away. I'm most people are described as it takes maybe 20 minutes to get back on track. That's me big time. So I'm trying to really improve the systems I'm working on and the habits I can create. And I read Atomic Habits recently, and a couple of things from that I thought were interesting, and I've tried to apply to myself. I'm going to share tonight with you guys. Some of these we've talked about kind of indirectly, but I guess this way now we'll have a bit of a kind of a formal title to them and a little bit of a structure to them. So let me know in the chat if you're here live or if you're with us via recording. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. Let us know maybe what are some ways that you build or maintain or create good, or maybe limit some of the negative habits that you have in your life. The first kind of component I want to talk about is habit stacking. And again, we touched on this a little bit in past episodes, not really naming it or identifying it, but some of you that tune in every week use Wednesday nights as your night to work on yourself. You watch PatFacts, and then maybe afterwards you put into play some of the things we talk about, or you work on your vision boards, you update your post-it notes for the week, you create your agenda, you journal and reflect on what you've been doing, you evaluate your progress and track it so far. That's stacking one habit on top of the other. So some of you have that kind of that stack that when after I've watched PatFacts, I work on my journaling, I go for a workout, I apply what we talked about that evening, I work on my vision board. We stack our habits one on top of the other. We talk about that again quite a bit. Typically, I'll use the analogy 2 birds, 1 stone, making the best use of your time. But I really like the term of habit stacking, and it gives it kind of a clear identification. And that phrasing goes with it of when I finish PatFacts, I will. A lot of us have that in the morning when we get up. When I get up, I brush my teeth. When I get up, I eat breakfast. I read the paper. I brush my teeth. I get a workout in. I meditate. I go to work. There's habits that we kind of automatically stack on each other. And it kind of gives you that cue to know that when this happens, I have a next step. I know what's coming. It gives us a little bit of clarity and a little bit of a direction. And again, that cue that is kind of there anyway. We're not trying to recreate the wheel and make some kind of spark or reminder to do something. Again, we're just kind of piggybacking on what is there already. So try to think of areas for you where you can maybe create some habit stacking. Again, for me, when I get my daughter on the bus, I leave for work. When I get to work, I go through this step. When I get home from work, I go through this step. When I take my daughter to dance, I go to basketball. So there's these cues here that we can kind of build in to keep us into a bit of a rhythm and into a bit of a routine. And again, it's not something that maybe we have to always check our agenda and what's next. What's the next thing I need to do? It gives us some structure really to know that, okay, every Monday morning I have a call. I have a meeting that's an hour. Okay, after every Monday morning meeting, that's a good time to go through my notes or revisit what we talked about, or maybe plan ways to accomplish what was given to me, the tasks I have from that meeting, what's due for the next meeting. Maybe I can set those plans out now, or maybe I can action some of those things. Again, looking at different ways where you can stack some of those habits together with something that's pre-existing, and this gives you that clarity rather than in the meeting example, getting off the phone or getting off the meeting and going, okay, now what? I just had a meeting for an hour. What's next? What should I do? Should I check emails? Should I return phone calls? Should I do some filing? Should I work on that project? Now you can kind of create that clear identity, that clear structure to it to know, okay, as soon as this meeting's done, maybe I take a quick break, grab some water, get up and stretch. But then my next task is blank, is to work on that project, is to work on that proposal, is to do some filing. Again, is to revisit and refresh what we just talked about and make next steps for the next meeting or work on some of those tasks to get them out of the way. And it gives us that just general reminder that, again, it's already there for us, and it creates that automatic cue, much like we use our devices and set an alarm with a cue on to say accounting or call my spouse or whatever the case may be. We can build on those as we're going through. Hey, Bonnie, welcome in. Good to see you. So again, habit stacking is the first one I wanted to share. I thought it was a nice, again, something we've kind of talked about and done before, but just to have that sort of official sort of terminology behind it. And I like the phrasing of it, of making it official, of, again, for some of you, when I watch or when PatFacts is finished, I will work on what we talked about, or work on my journaling, or adjust my vision board, or track my progress. We've talked about that before, making sure that we can kind of have that cue to build on those habits, because keep that momentum going. And again, it's a cue that's already there for you. It's not trying to totally reinvent the wheel, and it gives us structure. A lot of people think the more of a structure I create, the more handcuffed I am. But in reality, it'll give you more freedom because you'll know what to do next. After PatFacts, I go on to the laundry, or I go on to doing some personal development, whatever the case may be. So you know to kind of focus your time on that, and you get in that good space and that good energy to be able to work on it, rather than maybe spend half an hour after trying to figure out what to do next. Well, should I do work or should I not? Should I read? Should I watch a show? It gives you that plan so you can be more focused and be more attentive to it, even if it is free time. Okay, when PatFacts is done, Wednesday nights, that's the end of my kind of work day in learning. I'm going to go relax. I'm going to go outside and read a book. I'm going to go for a walk. Again, there's all kinds of different ways to do it, but look at some of the things you're already doing that are consistent, that are habitual already, and stack a habit on the other side of that. That when you finish habit A, you will take part in habit B. And I found it's been helpful for me the last few weeks to have that and to have that basic reminder and that general cue already set up for me. And even to know, say tonight, knowing what tomorrow is going to bring for me, because some of those habits are already there. And I know that when I work out, after that, I'm going to do this. And then after this, I'm going to do that. So it almost lays out my day for me. And I kind of know what I can play with within my schedule to maybe move things that are new, move things that are unexpected, or to know that, you know what, I didn't get any work done on this today because of some unexpected circumstance, but I know on Thursday that's going to repeat. So I can get through that and work through that again. So habit stacking. So take a look at your calendars, at your schedules. Again, find those things that you're already doing. Maybe write down the things you're already doing. You may not, because you're already doing them habitually, but maybe include them in your calendar and your schedule, and then take the opportunity to say, when I'm done this, I'll go on to this next task, and then again include that in your schedule, and that'll create that that systematic process for you. And again, we piggyback on something we're already doing. So habit stacking was the first one that I really enjoyed. The next one I really liked, and I'm trying to make use of, is do something you need to do while you're doing something you want to do. So if we have doing something you want to do something you need to do. So what I'm trying for that one is I want to watch baseball games. Well, so far, we'll see. It may not last much longer, but the way the season's going. But I want to watch a baseball game, or I want to maybe watch a wrestling show on a Friday night. So what I'm trying to do now is, while I watch the show, I do my filing. Or while I watch the game, I'm working on some filing. Or maybe I'm doing some invoicing, things that need to get done, but I can kind of do them while I'm doing something else. So while I'm doing something I want to do, I'm doing something I'm needing to do. So again, I'm kind of making the most use of that time. I'm enjoying myself. The filing, the invoicing, things like that maybe don't take too much sort of mental concentration. Maybe while you're listening to music, you fold the laundry, or maybe while you're on a call to someone, you're going through papers or you're doing something. There's different ways we can kind of stack some of those tasks. So again, make use of our time, um, which again, I find for me, if I'm able to get through it, it takes a little bit of load off my plate where I get to watch the game. The game is a couple hours long. I get some filing done, maybe I get a couple other things done. And then when that's over, I don't always feel maybe guilty for partaking in the Blue Jays game or the wrestling show or whatever it is I kind of want to watch or take in, or again maybe listen to some music or something. Sometimes we get on ourselves and feel a little guilty for wasting that time or procrastinating a little bit. Where if we make use of that time, we get to enjoy ourselves. We get something off our plate so that when we maybe get back to work, either later that day or the next day, we don't feel so overwhelmed because we check something off. We get a few things done, or at least worked on. Filing, maybe we didn't get it completed because there's maybe quite a bit to do and it's kind of ongoing. But at least we get to pick away at it a little bit. Or again, something like folding laundry and getting it put away. Even doing the laundry, washing it, drying it, putting it away while you're taking in a movie or again, a sporting event, something like that, something you want to do. It makes the things you have to do maybe not so, um, not doesn't feel like such a chore because you're kind of distracting yourself with the thing you want to do. So those are the two systems I've been trying to put in play for me and feel like they've been working uh, pretty well. Again, it takes time, it takes practice to build the new habits and to replace old habits. But I really enjoyed the book, again, Atomic Habits. I thought it was a great resource. And those are the two kind of main ones I'm focusing on right now, just to be a little more consistent and to take some of the guesswork out of building habits and routines and what it is I need to do. Like I said, with the habit stacking, there's certain things that I already do during my day. So I've looked at the things that either complement that well or that just are the next thing to get done or something that needs to be done maybe that day. Okay, I'm doing this at 9, at 10. I can just do this when this one's done. So it gives me an automatic cue there to know, okay, I'm working on filing. So I know when filing's done, I have to work on invoicing. So that habit stacking, or I know when I get to work, I'm going to check my phone messages, and different things like that. When I watch PatFacts, I'm going to work on my journaling. I'm going to work on my progress tracking. Different ways to again incorporate what's already there for you to give you that cue to move forward. And then the second one was do something you need to do while you're doing something you want to do. I had a gentleman I used to work with he was from the East Coast as well. We used to work together on the base. We would go out together, say to get groceries or do something on the weekends. He had a car. I didn't have one, or if he was going, we'd carpool. But he would spend that time driving from the base to the grocery store and back and doing our different errands. He would call his family or he would call some friends or make some phone calls he had to do because he was in the car. It was a 20-minute drive or something each way to go through. When he was in the car, he was usually on the phone, whether people were with him or not. So he made use of that kind of habit and that time to again get something out of the way that he should be doing or he needed to do. So again, different ways you can make use of your time to take some of that load off your plate and that burden where you kind of distract yourself a bit too of it's probably those tasks that you maybe don't want to do or just a little annoying again, like maybe filing or organizing, maybe cleaning up, again, laundry, those things you've been putting off. For me, I find those are great to put into the doing something you want to do let's do something that needs to get done, that gets it out of the way, and it kind of distracts you a bit from it, so it doesn't seem so monotonous or so annoying, or like such a chore. And you're doing something you like at the same time, so it diminishes that a little bit for you. So those are the two strategies that I've taken. There's many more in the book. Those are the two I'm implementing currently to again create a better system for myself. So if you're again here live with us or on recording, I'd love to hear from how you create and build and maintain habits in your daily life. Do you have different systems that you use? Do you habit stack? Do you do the something that needs to be done while you're doing something you want to do? There's different ways of making habits you want to diminish look less appealing or have less rewards for, and you do the opposite to bring those good habits in of creating reward systems. We've talked about that before here as well, or making the habit seem very attractive to do or appealing to do, so again it draws you into doing them. There's a lot of strategies in there. We'll probably talk about more down the road, but as I mentioned, those are the two I've sort of implemented now to try to just get some momentum and make even more of an efficient use of my time. And it seems to be working so far. Again, it's not perfect. It's not going to just happen. There's good days and bad days, but it does seem to at least give me a little more direction and a little bit of a game plan kind of going into the day. So again, I know what's today's Wednesday. I knew this morning the things I was going to work on based on the things that I was already doing on a Wednesday, based on my agenda that's already existing. So I like it that way. Take some of the decision making out of the day, which are some varying reports that say we only have so many decisions that we can make during the day. And if we kind of waste those on little things, it affects us when maybe we have to make important decisions. So we're going to take some of that decision making out for me, because I know it's Wednesday. I have this thing and this thing and this thing already there. When I finish task A, I'm going to do task B. That'll take me to C and then on to D. And then I can hammer out a few different things and really be focused on those tasks as well, which I find very helpful for me. And then again, I can try to shut off distractions. I know what's next. I can have my documents, my resources, whatever the next thing is, kind of ready. And then I maybe again take a little break in between, 5-10 minutes, a little stretch, get a little water break. And then, but I'm already on to the next task. I'm not spending my break trying to figure out where I'm going to go next. So again, I'm getting my breaks in, which is better for me. And again, it's taking out that decision making process and saving some of that mental energy for when things come up unexpectedly. Different phone calls, different problems, different things that need to be looked at. So again, yeah, I found this great to add on, and again, still in practice, but it has been making a difference so far, and just giving me some mental clarity, if nothing else, going into each day. So that's it for tonight. Just a quick one. Again, I just wanted to share those two sort of methods for you. Again, habit stacking, piggybacking the habit that you need to start doing or doing more on to something that's already part of your day in your system, and then doing something you need to do while you do something that you want to do, to take away that kind of chore feeling of it, to again get something crossed off your list. Helps in the moment, and then also afterwards gets rid of some of that overwhelm we kind of have from so many things coming at us and so many things that we have to do. So thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. Please share this within your communities. Again, I'm still looking at different options with PatFacts of how we're going to go forward as far as broadcasting and sharing and platforms and things. So stay tuned for that. I may reach out to some of you as well just for some feedback and just kind of see what we can do to sort of freshen things up and make it even more efficient for everybody. But for now, that's it. Thanks, Bonnie. Have a great evening as well. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks everyone who's here live. Thanks everyone who's on recording. Again, please share this with your community so we can build our community up here and create a large group of individuals who want to be operationally fit and want to share that positivity pandemic. Stay safe, enjoy. Hopefully the sunshine where you are. It's finally feeling like spring here and there. Hopefully it lasts. We'll see you next week. Happy last day of April. Tomorrow it's going to be May. You can put in the NSYNC video where you need to. Have a great week, everyone. Stay safe, take care, and remember, always make yourself the priority that you deserve to be by striving to be operationally fit. Stay safe. Take care. We'll see you next week.